Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another vloggy vlog on this chilly November morning. And yeah, it's cold. It's 40 degrees something, feels like 30 something. It's just that time of year, right? We got 9 miles left on the bike, so might have to get some gas. And today is one of those happy, exciting gas tank questions days. That's right. Gas tank question day. And I might as well read the question now before it gets faster. Alright, so one deadpan man wants to know, how do you make sure that the bike is safe when you're at work? Especially when you can't just hop out and see it. Because that was the second part of his question. And I drew a little motorcycle here as an illustration. Great question. And I'll go through it. It's a very simple answer. It's just a handful of things. Very first thing is insurance. How do I make sure my bike is safe? Ooh, look at that Porsche. That's fucking sick, dude. That's a dope car. Insurance. You know, if it does get stolen, there's I'm getting a bunch of money. You know, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's true. Without, like, if you don't have good theft insurance, forget doing everything else. You know what I mean? Because all the other things are deterrents. The main thing is theft insurance, especially when you have a new bike or a nice bike or whatever. So that's number one. You got to spend a little bit extra for that theft insurance. Thing number two would be, obviously, where you park it. Sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes you have to park it somewhere sketchy. In my case, for my job, I mean, I'm lucky. I work in Dumbo, which is like, I think it's like third highest average income in New York City in this area, over like $500,000 per person. So, you know what I mean? Nobody's stealing this piece of crap here around here. You know, these people, like, if this was like a Rolls-Royce motorcycle, maybe they would steal it. You know, but I mean, that's part of it. But obviously, not everybody's so lucky. I mean, bikes can be stolen in really fancy areas as well. So, you know, obviously, parking it in as much of a populated area as you can is ideal. Obviously, you should park it somewhere where there's mad people, mad cars, mad food, mad traffic, foot and otherwise, and just populated as hell. That's number one. That's number one. And obviously have your head on a swivel. You don't want to be like parking when somebody's lurking. You don't want to be doing this and that. So that's how I do that. And then after that, I mean, it's down to very simple things. Very simple things. And that is my GPS tracker, which I will link right here. And I'll show you the picture of it right here. I've mentioned it in many videos. And I actually have a discount code that you can use. And I've been using this GPS tracker for many years. And it's fucking great. So yeah, that's the GPS tracker. And you gotta hide it somewhere nice. Obviously, this one is rechargeable, so you do have to charge it up every couple of, I guess, couple of weeks, depending on your refresh rate. I refresh it every, I believe, 5 or 10 minutes. But yeah, basically, if somebody's gonna take your fucking bike, it doesn't matter, you know, how much refreshment rate it is, or if you know where it is. Like, somebody's gonna take your bike, they're gonna take your bike. It doesn't matter. But it's nice to know at least where your bike might be at. So that's what the GPS tracker for. It works really well. Obviously, results vary from person to person, and in some areas it's not as effective. Obviously, nobody really uses air tags anymore because that's fucking silly talk. But there's a couple of other brands as well. What are you fucking doing? You freaking stupid, bro. Anyway, we're gonna get gas. Hopefully this gas stop is back open. It was actually shut down the other day. Let's see. Come on, baby. Can we go? And then the last, is it the last thing? Is it not least? Yeah. The last but not least is obviously, oh boy. And last but not least, we're gonna talk about after I'm back here from pumping some gas. Oops, gotta make sure this is open. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's get some gas. Let's get some gas in here, a couple of gallons. And then we start talking about the last thing. It's actually warmer than I thought. It's supposed to be chillier. I'm actually a little toasty. I overdressed a little bit this morning, bracing myself for crazy cold temperatures, but in the end, it's actually baby talk. Baby talk. Only needed 2.5 gallons because, truth be told, I had a whole nother gallon. Could do 50 more miles, but I ride like an asshole, so that's why it sounds like that. It sounds like it's about to run out of gas in like 7 miles. Not true. All right, so here we go. Oh boy. Brother. All right, so let's get into it. The very last but very not least thing is what I'm showing you here right now on the screen. Boom. This is ASUS, and it's a disc lock. It is a disc lock. And this right here, this brand ASUS, I'm gonna give you a link in the description below so you can order your own. But the reason why I prefer it is because there's a guy on YouTube called LockPickingLawyer, right? And he reviews locks. He tries to pick locks and opens them up, and some of them fail miserably, some of them actually do really well. And this brand here, ASUS, is the only brand that he actually recommended. He actually said, I don't ride a motorcycle. I believe he said that, but maybe not. Maybe I just made that up. But he's like, if I was to ride a motorcycle, this would be the only lock that I would recommend. And that's what I bought. It's not cheap. There's obviously locks that are much more expensive or much cheaper, either or. That's the one that I use, and you know, seems to work. Seems to work for my application. And that runs you down pretty much everything that I use to stay safe on these streets. What are you doing, bro? Boom, boom. That's how we do it. And now Bob is your uncle. Or my buddy's wife. My buddy's wife is named Bob. Isn't that crazy? She's a lady. She's named Bob. Well, you're gonna have to fucking move it, Grandma Marist. What is this shit? And your stupid Hyundai. Move it, you banana. Yeah, we're gonna pass her. We're not doing that. She's going below speed limit. Go ahead.